What up? It's your boy, Holliewood.
And what's going on? It's your girl, JuudyBlu.
Judy! What up?
What up?
It's the weekend. It's going to be, well, this is Sunday, April 28th. And we got, the show is a little different this time. Normally we do like what's hot in the blogs, and we usually do like what blows mine. It is hot.
And this does blow mine.
So it's basically everything that we normally do. But instead of having like multiple stories that we're going to be talking about, we're concentrating on one particular story. A little birdie. Yo, it's funny because the guy's name is Pigeon, and he's here to drop shit like a pigeon. Smacking babies at the Christian there.
Don't even make me laugh like that again. That was a good one.
So not a little birdie,
that was a good one.
A big birdie dropped by, a former producer who used to work with the queen of all media, self-proclaimed, Wendy Williams, and she's hot in the blogs right now. And he used to be a producer on the show when she was on the radio, and he got some stories, as I'm told, right, MJ?
He got a story to tell.
A story to tell. We like stories over here, so we wanted to invite him on to fill us in, let us know what it's like working with Wendy Williams. So, Pigeon, welcome to the show.
What up?
How you feeling?
What's up? Welcome. Thanks for having me.
No doubt.
Y'all gonna open up a whole can of worms because I don't pull no punches. So you might be surprised by some of the things I say.
All right. So what should I do? Should I grab some tea, some wine, some coffee so I can stay up in the love?
You better grab some Hennessy. You better grab some Hennessy.
Strong.
I said tea and wine. He said Hennessy. All right. Should I pour the Hennessy in the glass, or should I drink it straight from the bottle with a straw?
Or a paper cup.
Straight out the bottle, because you're going to be like, oh, my God.
Oh, okay. Let me grab this. Okay.
Get the straw.
Okay. I hear that.
So first off, before we get into the juiciness of it, how long were you working with Wendy Williams, and what exactly were you doing?
Let's see. I worked with Wendy, I don't know, I want to say like 4 or 5 years, give or take. But I was with Hot 97, maybe 10 years total.
Okay.
Maybe, give or take. It was a haze, it's a lot of partying back then.
Right.
And this was around like what era? Like what year? What years are we talking?
Let me see. My daughter was born in 97, so I would say most of the 90s.
Okay. 90s was the greatest era for music, and I know it was the greatest era for like drama and things that goes on. The internet wasn't as prominent as it is now, so a lot of things happened that no one will ever know about, well, until today. But
you're gonna hear some stuff.
Right.
Oh man. So, how was it? How was it working for Wendy Williams?
Well, Wendy is different. She is definitely a different individual. In the beginning, only reason I ended up working with Wendy because she had a guy that used to work with her, and I think his name was Monster Bill. Monster Bill did some bull crap up at the radio station, got herself fired. So the girl that was going to replace him, I guess Wendy just really is not into females. So she was like, I can't work with women. So they called me in. They was like, look, you got such a good relationship with Bugsy, Wendy. Would you do her show too? I'm like, all right, no problem. So In the beginning, it was just a little awkward. You had to gain her trust. She doesn't trust anybody. If you're not in her inner circle, you are not in her inner circle. It is obvious.
Understandable.
She's not a hugger. She's not a meet and greet, kiss you on the cheek person. That's not her thing. She is the opposite.
Okay.
Now, as far as friendship-wise, she's a good friend.
Right.
She will definitely she will go over and beyond for people that are in the inner circle. If you're in the inner circle, you are in her inner circle.
Yeah.
But once you get out, that's your business.
So what is let's start it off easy. Like what's one thing that happened that like kind of like shocked you even, or just had you like, yo, I wasn't expecting that.
The craziest thing that happened?
Well,
not the crazy, just what shocked you.
Let me clear something up, because a lot of people, because I'm going to talk about some stuff, and, you know, some people have their own vision of what happened. Wendy wasn't fired from Hot 97 because of Puffy. Everybody says Puffy got her fired. That's not the truth.
Okay.
It's absolutely
I remember that.
The furthest thing from the truth. In all actuality, the more she went at Puffy, the happier the radio station was, because everybody tuned in. It kept for good. It made good radio. You know, they say this is good for TV, but that was good for radio. You know, the more information that came in that we got about Puffy, she would not hesitate to put it out. So when she ended up finally getting fired for the other reason, nobody knew what the other reason was except for the people that actually worked at the radio station.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you now that the main reason she was fired was because she had an altercation with Angie. Her and Angie had a physical altercation. Yeah. And that's what caused her to lose her job. She did a blind item, and in her blind item, she spoke about a rapper that was married, that was involved in a, relationship with a radio host. So the clues that she dropped, whenever she dropped this bit of tea, everybody knew it was Angie, but nobody knew who the rapper was. So when it really came out and everything came out, Angie was kind of shocked because she thought it was on the low, and for Wendy to be her coworker and throw her under the bus like that, Angie's from the streets too. Don't get it twisted. She stepped to it. Wendy is not the type of person that bites her tongue.
Wendy? So who had the problem?
Right.
Wendy?
Wendy never got a problem. She opened her mouth, and I call it diarrhea of the mouth. Whatever shit come out of her mouth is what comes out.
All right, so it's not like she just maliciously said it. She just was just like, no, this is just what it is, and that's it. I mean, she based her whole career on that.
In her mind, she said that, and that's what she pretty much said. In her mind, she was like, "Hold on, Angie, I didn't say your name. I didn't give them too much clues. Nobody knew it was this guy." And Angie was like, "That's bull crap. You knew what you did, and you did it on purpose. So I'm going to punch you in the mouth." And that's pretty much what happened. Now, I don't know if you guys ever seen Angie. Angie's like 4'11". So
yeah, I've met Angie a couple
times.
Oh,
she like my daughter's height? Oh, that's crazy.
Angie is super duper short. Wendy, on the other hand, is like 6'3".
Right.
So I actually wasn't in the office the day of the physical fight, but when I came in, the comments were the funniest thing. They was like, just imagine Angie fighting Wendy. I said, I can't imagine it. Like, what happened? They said Angie jumped up and threw punches, and Wendy was trying to bob and weave. I said, how could she stand there and listen to this little lady jump up in the air and punch in the head? So, like, I don't get it. But
yeah,
they should have had cameras in the studio back then. Like now with the cameras in the studio, that's fun. Because there's so much that happens behind the scenes that people don't know, and then when the mic opens, all the bull crap stops. So the people that are listening, y'all don't hear what's happening behind the scenes. Oh, there's been some tense situations. And, you know, when people started recognizing my name and associating me with Wendy, I started getting sideways situations here and there. But, you know, I'm a dude from Bed-Stuy. I don't pull my punches. I don't bite my tongue. And, you know what I mean? And I don't fear people. So, you know, you could send goons up to try to put fear in me. 9 times out of 10, I might know the goons, or I might outgoon your goon.
Wow.
So you got different situations. I can give you a prime example. We're on the radio one day, and I get the phone call. So I do the phones, I handle the faxes, I did all the other stuff. Scale would do the boards and stuff. So I did everything. All the information that came in got to go through me first. If I thought it was just too far-fetched, I'd sometimes ditch stories. But this story just sounded so good. And, you know, the man I am, you wouldn't believe I'd be into the gossip as much as I am, but it really entertains me. So I get a call. It's some chicks from a bank, and she's like, you know, I got all this information on Total. I'm like, Total? The bad boy girls? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what about them? She's like, they're broke. I said, I knew that in my mind, but I was like, that's not really a story. She was like, listen, I'm the bank teller that deals with them, and I'm telling you, this one with the short hair, Keisha, she's like, she's got a negative balance in her account. I'm like, but they got a platinum album on the radio. She's like, she's negative, the other girl negative. I'm like, wow. So I said, okay, this is good. So I go in, I tell Wendy, you know, gets on the phone with them, confirms, checks the backstory, and puts it on the air, put it out there. So we work from 2 to 6. At around 4 o'clock, Red Alert will come on, around 5 o'clock, Red Alert will come on, do the 5 o'clock free ride. So he come on and do his mix. While we're behind the scenes, the phone is going off, the hotline. Like, yo, who this? They're like, oh, it's Total. We coming up there. We going to F all y'all up. You can get F all y'all up there. Take your ass to Jersey. 6 o'clock comes, me, Wendy, and Scale, we walking out the building. So I don't know if you ever seen where Hot 97 is. So on Hudson Street, they got these big revolving doors. So Wendy goes in the revolving door first. Scale is behind her. Wendy goes out. I guess she sees Total in the Jeep right in front of the building. She stays in the thing, comes back in the building. Scale sees them. He comes back in the building. I'm just me. I don't even pay it no mind. I come out. I step out. And then I see the chicks. They like, yo, that's the guy Scale. I said, my name ain't no damn Scale. I got really offended. So you're like, oh, then that's crazy. You the one listen. I said, listen, I ain't got time to be arguing with you chicks. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Oh, I see that big bitch right there. Tell her to come outside. I said, no, I ain't telling her shit. Y'all need to go about your business. They pull out guns. Now, this is before Little Kim.
Oh, they was bad girls.
Total put guns out. They pulled guns out, and they on the
allegedly.
Allegedly. So now the chick is like, oh, this. So now Wendy see I'm not backing down. So her Scale come out. They standing behind me, and now I'm arguing with 3 chicks and a freaking manager, allegedly. So they like, oh, this. I'm like, yo, do you think this getting y'all any perks, like arguing with me? I'm like, I'm just Joe Schmo. Which I think y'all really going to accomplish by coming, oh, F that. We're going to light this up. We're going to do this. So I start barking at the chick. Huh?
Oh, my God. We're going to light this up?
Well, they're going to do something. So then there was mouth. And, you know, I said it before. I'm from that side. I know bull crap when I see bull crap. So I'm calling them on it. Right. So now the dude is getting beside himself. So now he's coming at me sideways. So arguing with chicks is different from arguing with guys. Like, I don't really argue with chicks. So I'm taking it to the dude. So the dude's becoming real aggressive. So as he's becoming aggressive, she's getting out the car. Wendy and I'm like, if he's getting too aggressive and I see the gun, I'm like, just chill, don't worry. And out of nowhere, Kevin comes. So Kevin comes, he's on my side. He's like, yo, business good. I'm like, you see who's in the car, right? He said, yo, do they got guns? I was like, now you understand where I'm standing at. So he's like, oh, all right, I know how to deal with this. So allegedly, some more guns were brandished. And allegedly, Total ended up back in his little Suzuki, And we're like, yo, y'all might as well keep it moving. So they leave. So I said, yo, they came up here, did all of that for nothing.
Wow.
For nothing. So Wendy's like, yo, I don't know why. I said, Wendy, you know why they came up here. You embarrassed them. When you said she has a negative bank account, son, and you got a platinum album, something ain't right. So you put them on Front Street. So of course they're gonna talk.
Right.
But they're not.
Yeah,
they're not the only people I've seen come up there and do that. Mm-mm.
But they gotta respect the game. It is what it is, and that's just.
But and also is.
About you.
But then again, remember this is like 90s, like late 90s, probably early 2000s, or just late 90s or whatever. And it's like that's a different time than.
It's a different time, and
like,
people move different back then.
Yeah.
Right.
People moved a whole lot different. Out of all the people that I think out of all the people that ever called up, came up, or threatened with the one I told her to pay the most attention to was the one from Whitney Houston. She's like, Whitney Houston for real. I'm like, son, you know she's from Jersey. Like, you know she's from Jersey.
What allegedly happened with, look, what allegedly happened with this
one? With Whitney, that was just allegedly Wendy spoke about her drug habit. And she and she didn't appreciate it. She didn't appreciate the fact that you put her on Front Street and she's a super diva. Even though other people in her circle knew that she was on crack real bad, because the day Wendy talked about it, it was like she had just came off of like a ill crack binge. And after watching the Bobby and Whitney movie, I'm like, oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. So, but when she put the threat out, that I said you need to pay attention to that threat. A lot of these guys ain't got the resources like that, but. People used to think she was scared of Puffy. Now, Puffy had the resources, but Wendy was just too public for Puffy to ever react. You know what I mean? And then he was like, he's trying to not react because he don't want to react to something because then everybody's going to think what was happening is true.
Wendy and Whitney, they was back and forth a few times, but there was even like a phone conversation that they had. I think it was on air too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she called up to the station.
She called the radio station and threatened her.
And it was aired. It was public, like that conversation that they had.
She said, bitch, I'm from Jersey. She's like, I'm from Jersey too. Like, you know what that means. Like,
I remember
from Jersey.
that.
I ain't from Jersey. But, Jersey people really rely on the fact that they look at the Jersey Shore cats. I'm from Jersey. Like, it's scary. It's scary Jersey chicks.
Say I'm from Brownsville and scattering.
Now Kevin is from Brownsville. Kevin's from Brownsville. Kevin's a Brownsville.
You see what I mean?
He's a Brownsville dude. So when I look at the news
from
now,
Jersey too, though.
Yeah, they from Jersey. Hello. They came over the bridge. Well, they came through the tunnel. They came right through the tunnel, and they was up there in minutes. I've seen a lot of celebrities come up there. Some humble, some aggressive, but they all leave the same way. There's no wins. You can't win against Wendy. She had that power at that time. I could tell y'all something. I don't know if I should even put this in the universe though. But there's an icon. All right, now I'm gonna do a Wendy move. There's an icon in the rap game, and I've witnessed this man with my own eyes try to flirt and link up with Skell. Like, Skell was gay. I knew Skell was gay the first minute I met him. He tried to act like he wasn't. He had his homeboy. He was Skell and this other dude named Scarecrow. I'll never forget. It was my very first day working at the radio station. So those were the first two people that I met. So I met them. Then I go in there. They introduced me to Bugsy. And then about an hour or two later, Flex, Bobby Condas, and Jabba, they all in the studio. So it's on the weekend. So I meet all these guys at one time. So my first day, I'm giving the faxes to Flex. So they're like, yo, where you from? So they go grill me. I'm used to it. I've been to high school. I played football. I've done a lot of things. I know what it is to be the new kid. So they're going to give me some grief. They're going to have some. They're going to do whatever. I'm like, what? I'm from Brooklyn. Where you from in Brooklyn? I'm from Bed-Stuy. We're in Bed-Stuy. I'm like, why? You going to take me home? Like, he's like, all right, you got it. So then they asked me, they're like, yo, what you think about scaling this boy? Because scaling this boy is inside the fucking studio. I'm like, they cool. They're like, nah, but what you think about it? I said, they're a little soft from my friendship, but they're all right. Like, what you mean they soft? I'm like, they're not really, I hang out with aggressive dudes. Like, these dudes is like, I'm trying to be nice and not say that they gay and shit. So they just say it. I said, all right, if you want my opinion, I think both of them dudes is gay in that role. And then everybody fall out. So they was like, oh, okay, we see you different. So then when I got with Wendy, I had already known Flex. I knew Mr. C. I knew Fat Man Scoop and all these dudes from different things that I did on the radio station with the promotions department. So they would always see me, like, with Wendy and be like, yo, son, be careful. I'm like, why? It's like, yo, be careful with her. I said, I'm not trying to sleep with the woman. I got nothing to worry about. They say, nah, sometimes the backlash from her actions can get a man caught up. I said, I told y'all before, I'm from Bed-Stuy, so I'm not scared about getting caught up. You know, keep coming to me with this silly stuff, like, what's going on? You see. So as the years progress, I've been in a few confrontations behind some of the stuff that Wendy had said. At one point, I almost got into a physical altercation with Method Man in the radio station. I just couldn't take his mouth. But that was some personal beef.
No. I love
that personal
beef
between. But that was personal between him and Wendy. So Wendy threw a bunch of blind items about meth that nobody would have ever known. And, I was a Method Man fan. I was a Red Man fan. But once I got with Wendy, I started noticing things, and stuff just wasn't adding up. And then she had her own first-hand experience with meth. So some of the stuff she said about this dude I'm like, well, certain people like certain things, baby. She's like, nah, that's just too much liking of too much certain things. I'm like, well, that's different.
I know they don't get along. A Method Man does not like Wendy Williams. I heard he cursed her out a few times.
Yeah, and he came up to the radio station on some, I know there's people here that's cool with that bitch, and if I see one of them, I'm a blah, blah, blah. And he's standing by my desk with the tough man talk. And I'm like, dude, son, I work with her. So either you talking to me or you talking about me. What do you want to do? And then, the rest of the rules like chill, because it was one of those all-star weekends. You get the guest DJs, be the celebrity DJs for the weekend or whatever. So I say, son, I'm going to see you again, and you going to come up here by yourself, and I'm going to punch you in the mouth. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. You can't just talk to me any kind of way. I was like, even though I hang out with her and she's the queen of talk radio, I'm nobody's bitch. I'm nobody's bitch, and I don't care. I will fight. I will fight in a heartbeat. So I guess he realized that, but he had already poked his chest out so far, he can't back down now. I'm like, all right, wait. Oh, pull me back, y'all. Yeah, y'all hold him back. Oh, I'm so scared of him.
Yikes.
That's crazy.
There's this, since the Wendy Williams divorce has been in the media heavy the past, 2 weeks, this guy, I heard he did an interview where he was saying something about Wendy's husband was allegedly gay or down low and something like that.
Kevin ain't damn gay. No. I wouldn't believe it. No.
Yeah, when I seen that interview, I was like, no. Like, wait, what? Like,
no. Not that dude. Yeah. Not that dude.
That's crazy.
Not him.
Really?
I don't know if, to get the super celebrity stardom, they got some Illuminati ritual situation going on that somebody did something, changed his mind.
Here we go. Yeah.
But other than that, I wouldn't believe it. If you told me it was something like that, do I believe in what? The Illuminati or whatever?
Yeah.
I believe that there are Freemasons out there. I believe there are some powerful people that make a lot of decisions for a lot of people. But all that, I sold my soul to the devil and blah, blah, blah. It's each his own. I believe in my God, son. I don't know what God you praising to get your blessings, but if that's what they did to get their blessings, then they got to deal with that at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But that's not something I got to deal with. There's not choices I make.
No, I don't believe in it, so I don't care. I don't even think about it. I think that's foolishness, but you know.
Yeah, well,
Yo,
I thought that
crazy.
was foolishness. I thought the 7-day theory about Tupac was foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of different things. You get awoken to some other that's just above your pay grade. It did with Tupac. It's like he died at the 7th hour on the 7th day at the 7th. It's something, and 7 always pop up in the shit. I don't know what it is because I couldn't study it too long. That was just wild crazy for me. But do I think Tupac's alive? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, recently, there's been, like, videos and pictures. It's a lot of lookalikes, I'll say that much.
There's always a lot of conspiracies about everything these days. Like, it's annoying at times, like, the things you hear. Like, everybody, I guess it's more interesting to feel like something is a conspiracy or, like, to look deeper into things. And I don't know.
Well, sometimes I think that's just an easy answer for stuff. Because people are like, oh, Jay-Z did this and Jay-Z did this and this. No, what Jay-Z did was made moves that was smart.
Right.
Look, he had to cut ties with Dame Dash and nobody get it. Oh, it's because of Aaliyah. It's because of this. No. Dame Dash is a nigga. You know what I mean? You go to meetings, he come in there with the hat backwards, pants sagging. He got the nigga attitude, the nigga mentality, and he gonna move like a nigga move. Jay-Z said, I used to be a nigga, but I'm not a nigga no more. So I don't want to come in here in my suit and I got to propose whatever business and I got this standing next to me. I am not doing it. So he had to break away from that to show that he's a different class of person. And now look at Jay-Z now. Did he sell his soul for that? Nah, his mama tell you. My mama said it too. Crabs in the barrel. Your friends be like crabs. They gonna pull you back. Either you step up and move forward, or you gonna get pulled back in the goddamn barrel. I don't want to be in nobody's suit.
Well, he said it best in his album.
When the people started talking all that Illuminati about Jay-Z, he sold more records. So is Illuminati real? It's really profitable for some people.
Right. People just want to believe something. Like, you can sit there and tell them, like, no, this is what really happened, or this is what's really going on, or look at the numbers, or look at this. This is proof. Here you go. And they just going to believe what they want to believe. That's it. It don't even matter. They just going to believe what they want to believe.
Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. That's the bottom line.
Right.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Believe what they want to believe. They still going to believe what they want to believe. And that's the
I tell you it's raining, and you say, no, it's not. All right. What can I do? And you say it's not. It's raining. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yo, people
that's on
are
you.
Crazy.
But to come out like that,
like get back with Wendy in terms of like working with her again or anything when she moved to the other station and anything like that?
Now, before Wendy got on TV, she used to do, I guess it would be the equivalent of like podcasts. So she would do her Hot 97 show. We would go to 34th Street by Macy's. There was another little office where she did another like syndicated show nationwide. So Wendy was all over. So she always said to me, she's like, yo, the ultimate goal is for us to be on TV. That's it. She was like, we a crew. She said, if you look at it, we the black version of Howard Stern. I was like, how you figure it? Wendy's Howard. I would have been Baba Booey. Scale would have been Robin Quivers. And I was like, wow. So she gave me homework one night. She was like, yo, go watch, what's this movie? She was like, yo, go watch this movie. And tell me that ain't us. And I watched the movie, and I was like, wow, that is us. Just the same way they wacky behind the scenes and all that. It was crazy. But when I really got to know her, she was like, "You got to read my book." I said, "I ain't reading the book. Just tell me the good parts." You know what I'm saying? I see you at the end of you still here, so just tell me the good parts of the book. So when all this stuff, the one thing that stuck out in my mind, I said, when all this stuff started happening, I just said to myself, I was like, "Yo, I hope Kevin start eating out. Like, don't eat in the crib." Because, you know, Wendy was married before. And her husband was abusive. She was on drugs and shit. It was a rough situation for her. So somehow or another, she got mad at this dude. Allegedly. It's in the book. It's in the book. She made this dude a doodle meatloaf.
Wait,
and when
what?
she talked to him, yeah, what was that movie, The Help? Remember the girl made the doodle pie?
Yeah.
Wendy made her ex-husband a doodle meatloaf. And I was like, what the hell is the doodle meatloaf? I know what it is, but I just need to hear a woman say it with her own two lips. She said, I got the ground beef, put it in the sink, got my ass up on the sink, I pooed on the ground beef, and I made a meatloaf and fed it to the dude. And after that, I said, you know what? I don't want nobody cooking for me if I ain't home. Like, you cook when I get there. Like, I don't trust nothing. She made a doodle meatloaf and was proud of it because she put it in the book. And she ain't even, no qualms or nothing. It's in her book. The doodle meatloaf. So when Kevin started messing up, I'm like, oh, she can't do the meatloaf. He already know about the meatloaf. She goes get him. Don't eat no spaghetti. Don't eat nothing crazy. Any funny color in there. Cause you go down.
I mean, he ain't got to worry about that now because she officially filed for divorce. So if that's done, that relationship is severed. How do you feel about that?
You know, I don't wish nobody to break up, but you know, if you're not happy in your relationship and you're not getting your just due or you're not getting treated your worth, then you don't need to be in that relationship. You know what I'm saying?
And there's been allegations.
Wendy did a lot for Kevin.
Go ahead.
She did a lot. She started him off. We got him in the limelight in the beginning where she helped him open up the Star Wash. He had a car wash in Jersey. It was a Star Wash.
Okay.
So back then everybody had the rims or I got the Iverson rims, I got the spinning rims, I got this. So you go to Kevin Car Wash to get your car detailed. So she did that for him. And he just made money off it. So he wouldn't be where he is right now if it wasn't for her. So, you know,
wow.
I'm not happy that they broke. He gave her first kid. You know what I mean? That's Kev. Kev did that. But if he's not happy, he's not happy. If she's not happy, she's not happy. You know what I mean? I feel sorry for the baby. Well, he ain't the baby no more. But, you know, I feel sorry for the kid because he's the one that got to deal with being torn apart from the two of them because that's all he knows, them two. I didn't want Wendy to get, you know, depressed and resort to her former lifestyle because, you know, she was a mess. And, you know, for me to look at Wendy, you know, I'm not even like a fan of the show, but sometimes I turn my TV on, I see her on TV, I watch it. And when I saw her faint, I was like, something ain't right. And that's when I started hearing all the rumors.
Though, to see your friend on TV, somebody that you used to rock hard with, like, I don't know. Like, maybe
I remember when they gave her the pilot.
Type of person, and if I know certain secrets about somebody, it wouldn't make me, like, feel a certain type of way. If I was to see them as making their life better and doing better, I would, like, feel happy for them. You know what I mean? So,
listen,
how do you feel about
when Wendy tried?
How do you feel that she got out of her situation?
I'm happy she's out of the toxic situation, but I'm unhappy that Black Love got broken. You understand? You feel me? Like, I knew them always together. So for them to be not together, I'm not happy about it. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with them on their day-to-day now. It's not like it was in the 90s. I hadn't seen Wendy in years. Last time I saw Wendy, it was Wendy and Kev. They were in the club. They happened to mention me, and I made the effort to go see them at that club that night. And that's the last time we spoke. But to see her on TV, I tell everybody, I'm like, you know I used to work with her, right? They're like, no. But she's like, I'm like, she just like how you looking at her on TV the same way. I said, but in real life, she is the same way. But she's not so much with the huggies. Not everybody can walk up on Wendy and hug her. You ain't never gonna see that. Like, even on the show, she'll slap five and stuff. She ain't too huggy with everybody in the audience.
That's true. There was a video that floated around recently. They tried to like paint her to look a certain way because a fan, she called down from the audience to give her a prize or something, and the fan went in for a hug, and Wendy took a step back like, oh no, I ain't hugging you, and just told her whatever, gave her whatever, and people was like, oh, look how she treat her fans, yada yada. But it's like, that's just not the type of person she is. That's not.
Well,
her character.
I'm gonna say like this. Listen. I'm not even gonna sit here and say like, oh, she was wrong or she was right. But me personally, I understand exactly where she's coming from. Like, come on, if you know me,
and you in the limelight, and
you watch me, you would know that I don't like people to touch my mic, and I don't like people. I don't hug. So don't come here thinking you extra special because now I gotta say this and you're forcing me to say this. Come on. At the end of the day, no, seriously. At the end of the day, I don't want to hug. You can take the train in New York City and don't even want to touch the pole. No matter how much you think you're gonna fall, I hope you got the right sneakers on this day. But you're not gonna touch the pole. Just don't hug me. It's the same amount of justice. To me, I don't care who you are.
I think that's like her little glitch. You know, everybody got a little glitch. That's her glitch. Like, don't hug me, don't touch me, don't. You know what I mean? Ew, I'm not with it. And she's always been like that. It's not that she's standoffish, but she likes her circle. She's very.
Don't hug me. No.
She puts her walls up, and for you to hug her, you broke her walls. Nah. You stay on that side of the fence.
Getting over a cold. No. Now I got to be out with a cold drink of Old Masters tea and all this because of you.
More power to her.
Nah,
you know what I mean? I just got the fond memories of me and her. Yeah, she
has a very good following, and I follow her. I like her because she says what's on her mind. And I think everybody needs somebody like Wendy in their life. Like, honestly, everybody goes through their little ups and downs and their little drama and whatever. But everyone needs somebody that's going to tell you like it is, period. I don't care what nobody says.
And that's what she do, and that's what she does. I remember she's like, I'm going to get a breast implant. I was like, for what? You already got big boobs.
Let her.
She needs breast implant for. She said, I'm going to do it. I was like, for what? For what? And then when she finally did do it, I was like, oh, my God, they're humongous. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Not everybody is destined to be together forever. You know what I mean? It says till death do you part. Sometimes it happens a little sooner.
Yeah.
It happened a little sooner.
Right.
So now, what do you think about the other girl? The girl that had the baby or whatever?
I don't know.
The real question is, what do you think about that?
Right. What do you know about that? Because it's allegedly been around for a long time.
Yeah. That's what it says on the internet. I've never seen her. Never met her. I can't touch that one with a 10-foot pole. You will get me caught up. Nah, but I never met her, though. I never met her. If she's been around a long time, you know, but we run in different circles. You know what I mean? We get together. I think the most we hung outside of the business is when she wanted to do mixtapes. So she do the mixtapes. I meet up with them. They give me a crate of tapes. And I go somewhere and have these guys selling the tapes on Flatbush Avenue, Jamaica Avenue.
Right.
We did a lot. She was like, I'm gonna do something big. I don't know what it is, but until I do, I'm gonna do everything. And she did. I've seen her in the movies. I'm like, damn, she's doing things. I'm not mad at Wendy, man. I'm more power to her. At the same time, I feel the same way about Angie Martinez. Me and Angie cool. I see Angie not often, but when I see her, we recognize each other immediately. Because of Angie, I met Big Pun. You know, I'll never forget Angie. It's true. But
that's what's up.
But her career did well too. So, I can't be mad. Can't be mad.
So where are you these days? What are you doing these days? What you got going on?
Man, I jump on my Harley. Nah, I do telecommunications for my day job. I got a couple of side businesses. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm a motorcycle riding outlaw. That's what I do.
Right.
I jump on this Harley Davidson and I travel the world.
No, I'm good.
It's the life. You make a decision to follow a path, and your path is the path that you pick. You know what I'm saying? My path was, in the beginning, I might do this radio thing. I thought I was going to stick with it, but it just, I had bigger plans, and I wasn't getting there with the radio, and there was a lot of foolishness going on, a lot of backdoor stuff, and everybody was snaking each other, and I really wasn't with it.
Right.
So to stay grounded, I always hung with my boys from my block, oh, son, you come through here with the 97 stuff. Oh, son, we want you to summer jam. Oh, what we doing this year? That's cool, but that's just the glitz and glamour. But behind that, there's a story behind everything. Every one of these celebrities out there got their own backstory, and not everybody gonna be on Lifetime. And they got real lives, man. What I realized was like, these people are just like me and you. But we just get more input. We can say more about them than they can say about us. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking at Cardi B right now, and she got to bite her tongue, and I know she be wanting to let loose. And she said, she's like, I ain't no role model. Like, I want to talk. I can't talk. I can't say, you lose certain freedoms.
It's a brand. It's a brand now. Like, she got to...
Mm-hmm. You got to deal with the paparazzi. You know what I mean? You can't take a dump in McDonald's bathroom no more. Somebody going to take a picture of you. Like, your life is different. But some people live for that. That's what they want. That's the dream, to be that person. Until you get it, and you realize it's not all that it's cut up to.
Yeah, I don't want to be that person. I don't ever want to be that person because I like to do my dirt. And there's always somebody looking for a payoff.
Mm-hmm. We're going to try to blackmail you. Oh, man, I see all type of stuff there. Come on, please. Forget about it.
Not only I want to hear it. We want to hear it. That's what we're here for. We want to hear all types of stuff. Like, tell me, we want to hear it.
I saw a rapper come up to the radio station and tell Wendy, like, all your gay rumors and stuff, and the innuendos, you killing me. My record sales are starting to reflect this. And I'm like, oh, snap, this dude is damn near admitting it. And I'm sitting there with my own eyes, and I see him, and he showed the 2 tattoos. He's like, word to my mother and my grandmother. He said, yo, you're killing me. And he was like, can you stop? She was like, well, if you stop putting your business out there, he's like, look, I know I'm a little loose with my stuff, but I don't need you putting everything out there. And then I was just shocked because this is like one of my idols. I'm like, damn, this dude got caught up with it.
Right.
At one point, everybody would ask me, like, who's the gay rapper? Who's the gay rapper? And I was like, listen, there's too many. I can't tell you who's. I said, ask me who's not the gay rapper. That's easier.
There's so many.
There's so many. Then you look at the stuff now. Now, I'm looking at these dudes now. A lot of them are older. And you look at them, you can see that little twinkle in their eye now. I'm like, oh, snap. I've been into it. But now it's kind of obvious. You see it. But
is that what made you really, really get out? Because it's like you don't know. You don't know. Like you don't trust nobody no more. Because if you're dealing in that type of environment and you going here, you going there, you are witnessing what these celebrities are going through, and you see the ups and the downs and the perks and the things that are trying to bring them down. What would make you just want to leave just like that? Like, why would you just leave just like that? Like, it wasn't nothing that could have made you say, all right, well, at least I got this and work it out.
Even like when I left Hot, at that time, MTV was mad young, and I did a lot of business with them and a lot of events with them. So there was a lot of opportunities, I would say. I just was like, nah, I got a bigger picture for myself. You know, I had a cousin, he raps, and he was like, well, just be my manager. You know everybody. And I was like, you know what?
Right.
Let's do it slow. So we started doing things, and I was good friends with Freaky Ty from the Lost Boys. And then when he got killed,
right.
That's what just did it for me. I was like, yo, this is stupid. I like to kill Big, to kill Pac. They gonna kill Freaky Ty. Freaky Ty ain't bother nobody.
Like, you know,
yeah, and it was just too much, and it was changing. The whole thing was changing. Like if you look at it, the 90s to now, it's a whole different industry. Ain't nobody buying records no more. They stream your music, watch your video. Videos are still big, you know what I mean?
Right.
And too many people paying attention to it. They download your song, put it on their phone, they listen to it on some beats and go about their business. Nobody going into a record store buying LPs. The DJs is mixing stream music. Like nobody's doing nothing is the same. So if everything is changing, then you got
the song in your back pocket. Right? Why would you go to a record store and you got the song in your back pocket? All you got to do is move your thumb a few times and you got the song. Boom. And you probably could even get it free. Not that I'm like sitting there trying to promote pirating, but that's just how it is. That's just how it is.
But this is the time when you see real. This is the time now when you notice the real artists, because the real artists know that. So what Jay-Z did, he's like, look, I push albums. I'm going to push the streaming service. He did Tidal. That was a big move. It was super smart. And even me, from my point of view, I'm looking at him like that was a smart move. Will he stay with it for a long time? I don't know, because the streaming services are changing now, too. Yeah, I remember I met Mary J. Blige. Had a super big crush on Mary J. Blige. Now, Mary was in some circles that I was close to for a long time. Like, she came out, background singer, dancer with Father MC. Father MC used to run with my stepbrother. So they was boys. So I would see her in Far Rockaway back in the days. Then I got a little homeboy, one of my boy's brothers, he started rapping, and before Mary did What's the 411, she's doing a lot of stuff with a lot of people around. So my boy, I met her with him. So now Mary's big time. So I always had a crush on her. Then 411 came out, the videos. I'm like, oh, if I ever see Mary, I love her. So one day she is coming into the radio station. I'm coming into the radio station. I seen her from like a block away. I just, peck my step to get there. So we about to get on the elevator. I get on the elevator with them. And I ain't got no sense. As soon as the elevator door is closed, I just grabbed her and start hugging her. So her two bodyguards, they trying to pull me off of her and stuff. I'm like, nah, I love her. You know what I mean? I'm a crazy fan or whatever. So they get me off her, and we on the elevator. We still going up to the 7th floor or whatever. She's like, who are you? I was like, my name Pigeon. So as soon as I said my name was Pigeon, everybody in the elevator got quiet. I'm like, what? You the pigeon that be with Wendy? I'm like, come on, son. I don't let her talk about you. I let her talk about anybody. But me and her beef about, I'm like, don't put that out about Mary. Because it was a lot of stuff about Mary that could have came out that never hit the
Would you go back? Would you go back to working with her? I see she's in this forgiving mood. Like, she just want to make amends with everyone she had issues with. So what you think? Would you go back to working with her? You know she's bigger than ever.
It's not even the fact that she is big. I just enjoy her company because the woman crazy. Like, she's crazy.
Just stay here. Just like I would. I would be like, hell yeah, I would.
Testing.
I told her before when I saw her at that club that night. I said, if you want to put the band back together like the Blues Brothers, I'm with it. She's like, "Then you ain't ready." I'm like, all right, but then she just straight went Hollywood. I would definitely, if she called me tomorrow. She called me tomorrow. It's like, "Pitch, take a flight out here. I got a proposition for you." I'd take the flight and I would hear her out. Because she know how I give it up. So I'm like, if it ain't about dollars, it don't make sense, Wendy. So if she offered me something, it would be something worth my while, and it would be something I could respect.
Yeah, I did have little trials and tribulations together, you know. But
yeah, we did. But I was her friend, her bodyguard, and her coworker all in one. So it is what it is. Like, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? I wish no bad to her. And if I could help her do something, and she know I could do it, she call me. So let me help. Let me help. I would have no problem. I don't harbor on old stuff. I never did. You know what I mean? We moved on. The beef you had wasn't even with me. Me and her never even had beef. Like, it was never a fallout. Like, it is what it is. You know, she moved on. Like, I got friends that I have to grow up and move on because it's just not in my cards to play that hand right there. I got to turn my hand in.
Right.
Whatever she did, she made a lot of good moves, a lot of smart decisions, and it got her to a place where she is now. Is she happy there? I don't think so because of all this turmoil she got right now.
Yeah, but you know what? With all this turmoil that she got going on right now, I think she's going to show up to divorce court with a nice, big, black queen dress with her.
Yeah, she'll be a little fabulous up in this spot. It should be a little fabulous. And the glasses, you can't forget her glasses.
Like, Your Honor, I deserve better. Period.
But I will say this about her: she's a very proud woman. She's a very proud woman,
and she has every right to be.
And she gonna be like, I don't need nothing from him. Make sure he pay whatever child support agreement that they come up with. That's it. I don't need nothing from him. And put a gag order on him so he can't talk my business. And she'll be happy. Now, if she's vengeful, then she gonna want as much.
Right.
But in actuality, how much money you think Kevin got without her? He is the executive producer of her show. Yeah, well, that lady gonna get some child support too. She gonna want some money too. She got what he got is more debt. Is what he got. So that baby got to eat too, and he has a responsibility to that child. So there's less money in his pocket.
It's crazy.
But I don't know. But I know she loved that man. So is she gonna be vengeful? I don't know. But I know she can't hold a grudge. So it's no telling what she got in store for him. And I'm pretty sure he's a little nervous right now.
Well, being that you know her the way you know her, what you think that she would do?
It depends how mad she is. Like I said, she could walk away and just be done with it. But if she's really mad, she could ruin this dude. Like, without a problem,
she was his livelihood. Listen, never bite the hand that feeds your side chick. Are you kidding me? In your break baby.
You ever look at the credits? You ever look at the credits for her show? This dude is the producer for her show. He's like the executive producer for her show.
Never bite the hands that feed your side chick and your side baby.
Yeah. So she want to get grimy. They get divorced. She fire him from the job. Take her name off of the Star Wars. Oh man, she just removed herself from his life.
And she fired him from that title too. So what do you? There ain't nothing to fight for. You gone. You're gone.
I'm in the when she's good when she starts joking about it, like just off the whim. Like she might have her own private jokes with her close people right now, but when she takes little pot shots at her situation. Like, if you watch her show, she's going to take shots. She's going to take shots at herself, and she might do some subs. There's going to be a lot of subs. When you start noticing the subs, that means she's getting over it. But she can laugh at it, then she's going to get over it. And if she ain't laughing, be careful.
She does a segment for Ask Wendy. She does a segment called Ask Wendy, right? So at the end of the day, while she can't take her own advice, her DJ of the show asked her out on a date, and she accepted. Not only did she accept, but Charlamagne called her a longtime friend who they had disagreements throughout the years. But,
Charlamagne did my job.
Obviously, he wanted to make up. He offered to take her out together with her DJ at the show. And, it happened. So I'm glad that she's just getting out there. I think she deserved whatever she put her mind to. And that's just that. I like Wendy. I'm sorry. But
I love the woman. Don't get it wrong. I love her to death, man. I wouldn't be all the way who I am today if I didn't have that time that I spent with her for those few years. You know what I mean? Like, she put some confidence in my back. Like, she was like, yo, you got this. You got that. You got this. Go with it. That's it. Stick your chest out and walk around like that. That's what I did. And I still do it to this day. But can't nobody tell me nothing. She's like, they're going to talk about you. They talk about me nonstop. The more they talk about me, the more powerful I get. And look at that. So that's something to look forward to. You take something from everybody that you be around. I did pick up a lot of her gossipy habits, though. Like, I'll listen to some gossip. Don't get me twisted. Like I said, and the funny thing is, men talk more gossip than women sometimes, because I sit around a bunch of dudes and I just hear some of the most obscure stuff, like, coming from dudes. I'm like, damn, son, that's how you living? I remember when Wendy was getting on real bad, Mary J, talking about Ken Do and how much he was cheating and this. See, the same way you feel about Wendy now is how I was feeling about Mary back then. Like, damn, she just needs to leave that and let me find her somewhere in the street. I'm going to pick her up. I got you, mama. Don't worry about it.
Everybody, you just want.
Yeah,
everybody.
And I'm like, you got this woman that gave him everything. She takes, and then he had the nerve in the divorce to want money from her. Like, come on. I mean, he's grimy. He was grimy. 1 2 1 2.
Oh, I'm back.
But that's grimy, though. Ken Do is grimy. And I just hope Kevin don't do that. I just hope it, y'all got your irreconcilable differences. Take your divorce, go about your 2 lives. You got your new thing going on over there. Go over there with your new thing. Let Wendy do her thing. He got a new situation now because he's available now, full time. He's full time available. But
he's not really available because he's in a whole nother relationship. He just could be in that relationship full time.
Yeah, so allegedly. Now Wendy's single. That would help us. Allegedly, that'll help her career now. Without the baggage of her husband, she can flirt and bat her eyes at who she wants and get what she needs.
That was one of the main things when this story first broke that people were feeling a way about, because Wendy, as you know, is known for being outspoken. She speaks her mind. She always like getting on people, like you just mentioned with Mary and Kendall. She's always giving advice with Ask Wendy, and it's like, what's up? Like, you're not being honest with us. So when she finally admitted it, it's like, all right.
It's that wall. Sometimes you put that wall up, and this goes for us too. Like, we put a wall up for whatever the situation is. You don't need everybody in on that situation. You put a wall up, and you put distance between you and other people. But sometimes, when you got to put so many walls up, you don't push so many people so far away from you, you get to a point where you need to talk to somebody. And she's got the platform that I can speak my mind now. You know what I mean? But it had to come at her pace and when she was ready. Because, TMZ and all these guys was on her. They was on let Kevin go drop Pampers off. Oh, he take care of the baby. Oh, he doing this. And then she got to watch that because she's on the blog. She's on all that social media. So as soon as somebody posts something about him, she saw it first. And
no, because really, if that's just your friend, why you still around? If that's just your friend, and I got a problem with her, why are you still around her? You supposed to be my husband. and you still fraternizing and getting like.
You don't think that
think that
was the cause of the fights? You know they was fighting about that.
It just makes no sense.
What's crazy is Charlamagne, who they recently reconnected, he mentioned that her husband, Kevin, was the reason that him and Wendy stopped talking. He said because he introduced Kev to the girl, and for business reasons or whatever, and then once they started like getting a little more friendlier than business, Charlamagne says, got mad at him for thinking that he was trying to hook one of his other boys up with the girl. And it's like, you're a whole married guy. Like, how you getting mad thinking that I'm trying to hook her up with somebody else if she's supposed to be single? Even though he said that wasn't the case, but he says that's the reason that him and Wendy fell apart. So, and he even alleged that Kev was abusive to Wendy. And I don't know if like if you see anything or you think that some truth to that or whatever, but he alleged that happened as well. And we know Wendy was in a former abusive marriage. It's kind of like yikes.
So for me, physical abuse I wouldn't say. Maybe some verbal. You know what I mean? But Wendy could hold her own in the conversation, so I wouldn't say she just stood there and took it. You know what I mean?
Maybe some verbal. That's physical abuse. Maybe some verbal.
Maybe.
Don't go verbal on that.
You know, I don't want to put that stigmata on the man, but you know what I mean? But shoot, you get mad, anything can come out your mouth. You know what I mean? So is that how you're supposed to talk to her all the time? No. But does it happen? Possibly. Physical abuse, I don't know. She went through that already, and it was really, really trying on her. So for her to live with it again, I don't think she would have did it. She would have got out that situation. That's just my opinion, but you know what I mean? If it's factual or not, I can't say. That's alleged. That's alleged.
But yeah,
as long as they can stay cordial because of their son, that's the main thing. Because you know what I mean? We're adults. Yeah. We're tougher than paper. You know, we got tough skin. So, you know what I mean? Y'all can swallow y'all pride and just be the parents for that kid like y'all been being and let it be. And when he's of age and able to make his own decisions and speak for himself, and then that's when they'll talk. But until then, y'all got to still co-parent and be that kid's parent.
Right.
True.
But, man, how do you bring in... Oh, you got a little brother or sister now. Like, that's a whole different conversation. But
before we
here, brother.
Wrap this thing on up, for one, we appreciate you coming on.
Dropping shit like a pigeon. I hope you're listening. Smacking babies at the kitchen.
We need that soundbite.
Yeah.
We need that soundbite to play throughout this, Stacey.
Oh, my God, I'm dropping shit like a pigeon.
I hope you listening. I was listening.
Before we go, is there anything else you want to like get up your chest? Any last words you want to like put out there for people listening?
Just give that woman some time to get her life. You know what I mean? Stop being so judgmental. You know what I mean? Because I know it's kind of hard to say that about a person that built a career. You know what I mean? Like, she built her career judging other people, but now she's at a point where she don't need the judgment right now. You know what I mean? Let the divorce go, let the paper, the ink dry, then everybody comes for her head like you want to, but by then she'll be stronger. Right now she can't handle it. You know what I mean? She already admitted to going back to the to counseling and stuff like that. I don't want her to go back drinking and drugging. Like, no, I don't wish that on nobody.
Yeah, I think she's strong enough. I think he, if anything, was a big part in why she relapsed, if you will, or went back to the halfway. What do you call that? The house, the sober house or whatever. Like, so I feel like he allegedly was that reason. So with her cutting that out, I think she can handle the hot talk from people. I think she can handle people get sick. I mean, she ain't no spring chicken out here. She know what people saying. I'm sure her skin is thickened by now all these years. So yeah, I think she'll be all right on that end.
Yeah, she served a lot, man. She served a lot, but it's different when you're on the other side. It's just like if you were bullied. You could bully everybody all the time and you had no problem with it. Then move to a different location and somebody starts bullying you, you don't know what to do. But now you need to talk to somebody because you've been being bullied. Who want to listen to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, remember before you was doing that to Lil Ray Ray? Like, nah. Nah,
are you still producing now?
I kind of throw back. You know what I do now? I'm like a middleman. You know what I mean? I put people together. You know, like I got a cousin, I told you before, he was rapping. I told him, I said, man, your hairline done went back like LeBron. Ain't nobody trying to hear you rap. Yeah. You might as well ghostwrite. So I'm plugging with some people now. He ghostwriting for cats. You know what I mean? I might be somewhere here, kid that's talented. Say, Pigs, can you plug me with somebody? Then I might plug them with another studio, or I'll plug them with another rapper that I know. I just, if I can help, I help. You know what I mean? But
right,
the passion for it, like for it to be my 9 to 5, I just don't have that for it no more. But the funny thing is, last year for like 2 years, I had my own little. Me and one of my boys was doing a webcast. So we had our little show going on for a minute, and he used to work with me up at Hot too. So, you know, we do our little show for the hour or two. We just, in the beginning, it was just mad memories. We had stories for days, but then we started pulling guests in, and then you start talking to different people. You build a whole new formula to this. So once I started doing the show again, I just was like, you know what? I never lost it. I could still do this at any point. Like any position in the game I can do. Like, you need the sales, I'll do the sales. You need the promotion, I'll do the promotion. You need the A&R to tell you if the music's good, I got a good ear. I mean, I'm not the rapper and I'm not the guy making the music, but I'll tell you if it sounds good. And I
don't want to be all in the videos.
Right.
Nah, man. I like quiet Suge in the office. That's me. Suge in the office. Everybody in the office rolling dice, drinking Hennessy. So that's it. Let's get these moves made.
You mentioned you know artists and stuff. If ever you come across anyone that you feel people should hear, or you want, or they deserve like an interview or whatever, you could send them over to us too. We could interview them, play their music and all that as well.
Absolutely. I got authors, you know, writers, poets, all type of people. I don't know where I find these strange people and how they always end up coming across me.
Promote.
Listen, we don't discriminate over here. If they got something they want to promote, holla at us.
Absolutely. Promote. Yo, and I'm kind of disrespectful too, because one time we had some artists up there, and the song sucked. And my boy kept trying to play a different one, and then I think, yo, I can't do it. He's like, what? I think, yo, the song sucks, man. I was like, it sucks. I'm just being honest. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I can't just sit here in your face and not tell you that I'm not feeling it. They're like, are you for real? Yeah, for real. It sucks, but it is what it is. I'd rather know it than be standing there like the emperor with no clothes on. And everybody tell me I got on blue robes.
Some people have too many yes men, and you know they don't click into reality because of those yes men. So at least you have somebody that was there to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm. And I think that was one of the reasons that we got along so well, because I wasn't a yes man. I argue with her all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not doing that. But let her or Skell have a... I remember this dude, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. This dude, Skell was funny. Some dude met Skell at a party or whatever. He had nowhere to go. So Skell let this dude come stay at his crib for the weekend. Right?
Wow.
About 3 weeks later, me, him, and Wendy in there, we eating, laughing and joking. And Wendy was like, whatever happened to that dude you let stay at your crib? Skell just was like, because you're still in my house. We like, yo, it's been 3 weeks. He's like, yo, the dude is tough. And like I said, allegedly Scale is gay. He couldn't deal with this tough guy in his house. So allegedly, Wendy offered me a few dollars and a bottle of Hennessy to help evict this dude out of Skeletor's house.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, Scale, come on, where you live at? Now, you want to know the ironic part? Scale lived in the building that they did New Jack City. You know the Carter?
Yeah.
Scale lived in that building. Vi Higgins gave Scale an apartment. She owned, like, when you go in this dude's apartment, it was like 3 apartments. The dude had 3 different kitchens. And Scale lived by himself. So part of the reason he didn't know that the dude was in the house is because he was all the way in some back apartment in his apartment, just living there. So I come, I take all the clothes, and I throw them out the window, right? So Scale was like, what am I supposed to say to the guy when he come back? Tell him he don't live here no more. He said, but what about his clothes? I was like, they right there in the courtyard. I can see him from here.
Right.
He's like, he's going to beat me up. I'm like, Scale, the dude's not going to beat you up. So I take Scale to Harlem, make sure he get home. And we do this for like 2 or 3 days. And Scale, he gets his confidence up. He's like, yo, the guy called me. It was like, I didn't have to throw his stuff out like that. I was like, that's it. Like, sometimes you got to stand up for yourself. If you don't, they're going to take advantage. And by me doing that, that was probably one of the first things that I did in the beginning of our friendships, that they knew that, like, yo, if you with me, I got you. No matter what, I got you. If I can help them, go help. Yeah. And I did want the Hennessy. Don't get me wrong, I did want the Hennessy. And I drank half the Hennessy with Scale anyway. So it was all good.
That was his fault anyway. How you invite somebody, a stranger, to stay the weekend at your crib that you just met? Like, that's different.
But that's how
This could have been a mass
the type
murderer.
of duty. Yeah, and I said that to him too. But that's just how nice he was. He's I thought I was helping him. I got all this space where I couldn't help him, for a couple of days. Let him get no, Scale, they're taking advantage. You too nice. I'm the opposite. I ain't that nice. So.
Oh my God, I'm dropping like a pigeon. I hope you listen. Yo, so I don't know if
one
you
of my
want to
most favorite lines.
Remain like anonymous in terms of social media, or if you care to like shout out. Do you? Because you can do that.
Pigeon.
Or you?
I'm Pigeon Dog on what is that? Instagram. Pigeon. You just look for Pigeon on anything.
Sound like that. Sound like that. You know how like somebody who's like 70 or 80 years old on Instagram, like I'm on that book of face. Someone that gram
that book face.
I got a Snapchat, but I ain't never snapped nothing. I snapped my daughter. That's it. And she was like, I wasn't doing it right, so I just got the app. I don't even use it. So I don't even use it. But you can catch me on Instagram, Pigeon Dog on Instagram, or just hit me up on Facebook.
All right, cool. Well, we appreciate you enlightening us
Pigeon
on
Dog.
what goes down.
Pigeon Dog, Pigeon Dawg. Dog. I'm a dog.
While she finds you, I'm
got
gonna say, we appreciate you coming on and enlightening us on what goes down or what went down behind the scenes working for Wendy Williams. A lot of alleged things that we have to continue to say alleged behind, but
it's alleged. This was the alleged interview.
Like I mentioned earlier, Instagram and the internet wasn't as prominent as it is, so a lot of these things no one would know unless we get in that surveillance footage from 365 Hudson. I think that's the address, 395. Yeah, so unless we get in that surveillance footage.
Imagine if we had cameras.
Yeah, so we wouldn't have seen a lot of the things, the total allegedly pulling up with the guns and all
now
that.
That total that happened a little bit before that Lil' Kim situation. Now, maybe a year or two before Lil' Kim, because right after the Lil' Kim situation, that's when they put the cameras up. And they cameraed the whole neighborhood.
The Kim situation was real.
Right.
Yeah, somebody got popped out there.
Yeah, that was real. That was different.
And
that was crazy.
They all they could say was like, we know you was with these people because you was in the building, but there was no footage. You know what I mean? So people put some cameras up. I've seen a lot of people get ran up on over there. A lot of people got ran up.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories about that outside
back in the
area of High-97.
What? Please. Dudes used to they would come as some flex, like, oh, pay to play. You only play people music that pay you. And Flex would get mad. Oh, that would piss him off. Bro, don't say that.
But again, appreciate you, my brother, for coming on. And if any other stories pop in your mind, you're like, oh, shit, I forgot about that. Well, you can always hit us up. Let us know what up. Hit up Stacy or the email HolliewoodandFriendsRadio@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You can
Whenever
come
you need
on
me, brother, I'm right here.
all the time.
I'm right here. I can do this all day.
With that inside before the internet scoop.
Right.
Oh man, yeah, because that's when it was for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
well,
now
right, so
somebody go Photoshop me. And like I said, if I got some people, I would send them your way.
Yes, please.
I would definitely send you away. I'll plug you with my DJ. Matter of fact, because most of the time he'll get the guests and stuff. So I'll plug him with you guys. Since we're not doing that with them, you guys can go ahead and do it to keep you with some entertainment.
Lit. Sounds like a plan. Oh my God, I'm dropping.
All right, guys.
All right, yo, appreciate you.
Not a problem.
We'll holler at y'all next week.
And we out.
Judy, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me at JuudyBlu, JWDYBLU on Instagram, JuudyBlu, 1U, JUDYBLU on Facebook. Here every Sunday at the same time, same place. On YouTube, Hampton Blue Network. Where can they find you?
At I Am Holliewood, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube.com/Hampton Blue. You can see us, different videos up there. Check them out. Follow our producer Stacy at Hampton Blue and the Hampton Blue Network. No E on Blue. That's it. Fetch us the pigeon for being on. Till next time.
We out.
Oh my God, I'm dropping shit like a